What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis is here. We are back in the world of EVE Online, and I just realized, I can't do this. I can't do this. There we go. There we go. Now I can do it. All right, I had to get in my giant space surfboard. I can't do one of these war update videos unless I do it. All right, so it's been about a week since I've done one of these videos. I did want to kind of cover some of the new stuff that's going on, so you guys could kind of get filled in, so to speak, on where we are. So you guys will remember, what was it, last week we were war decked. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. We were war decked by the Devil's Warrior Alliance. And this was all because of Princessiest, and I forget his name now. Let me get that pulled up real quick for you guys. Morgan Malkavian. Now this is a bit of a spoiler, but we'll be getting into this email here in a second. So anyways, Morgan didn't like us landing next to him in space, or two of our people who he apparently cannot remember the names of, and decided to war deck us. So that's perfectly fine. You know, it's you can do whatever you want to do, but at the same time, you got to realize some people are going to be, you know, throwing down back at you if you do something like that. So he got a little popular after the last video that we did, and he sent me an email. What was it? 2 days ago. He says, "Okay, I'm sorry. Please stop having people harass me. I'll try and get the war dropped if you'll keep people from putting bounties on me. Kind regards, Morgan." Poor guy. So apparently some of you guys didn't like the way he did things, since one of you put 70 million on him. Now, in the past, I thought the bounty system, which is the old bounty system that we used to use, where if you blew up somebody with the bounty, then you got the bounty, basically. So like if I put a bounty on you, your buddy could shoot you and get the full bounty. So me putting a bounty on you was stupid, because you just have your friend kill you. Well, the way it works now is Morgan Malkavian has to lose 5 times this. So what is that? 350 million. So basically, let's say you are flying a ship that's 100 million and you've got 500 million bounty on you. When you die, from what I understand, 20% of the ship's value is given to the person who killed you. So for instance, if you're in a 100 million ship and you die and you've got enough bounty, then 20 million goes to that person. So now you cannot do that and make a profit, really. You're going to lose money. And I assume it's based off the EVE average. So there's no way to like game the system to like, you know, have a buddy sell you a shuttle at 100 million and then blow yourself up in the shuttle that only costs 10,000, but you paid 100 million for it. I don't think it works that way. It also takes into account supposedly the module value. So either way, there's no way for Morgan Malkavian to get rid of this bounty without losing some serious ISK in ships, equivalent to 5 times this number. So he really wants it gone now. But that was 2 days ago, and as you guys can see, we still have the war deck. So I'm assuming he's not too motivated. So we might want to get this number a little bit higher, just to make sure that, you know, he's motivated, because he may not be as motivated as this letter seems to make us think. All right, so let's jump to the new guys. We were war decked by Suicide Wave. What an amazing name for a corporation. I'm sure they're great people. A corp of 5. Now, when I look up their Z kill board, let me get that pulled up real quick. Suicide Wave. Now, these are some scary motherfuckers. Suicide Wave, and I'll include this link in the video description down below. They have a whopping 1 loss on their kill board for the last I don't know how far back the kill board goes, but on January 28th, one of them got their ass kicked in Amamake, go figure, in a T2 frigate, it looks like, and yeah, it was a claw, and they've war decked us. So it is kind of funny, because looking at I jumped into their chat. Let me show you guys their chat real quick here. Suicide Wave right here. This is their chat, their in-game chat, where they hang out and talk. They seem to be some pretty trolly individuals. I tried contacting them relatively nicely and respectfully, and one of them just is an honest to goodness trolling dickbag. I think it's Inosibian. Yeah. he seems to be the real big trolling dickbag. So I'm trying to figure out, what's going on, and I'll put this up on the screen for you guys. And I tried to figure out what was going on, and basically what happened was apparently one of my guys disrespected one of their guys, and so they have quote unquote decided to permanently war deck our corporation. Now, for those guys who don't know, war decks are 50 million-esque a week. So a permanent war deck, we're just going to break it down by the year. So a permanent war deck of, let's see, 50 million, 50 million per week times 52. That's 2.6 billion a year. Now, I mean, in all honesty, that's not a lot of money. I mean, it is and it isn't. That's 2.5 plexes, roughly, about 2.6 plexes. Kind of adds up. I wouldn't want to spend 2.6 billion just because somebody disrespected me. I would rather put that 2.6 billion into money or into ships and things to make money, and then maybe kill them. But I'm definitely not going to be just throwing 2.6 billion away. But I like money. These guys may not. So when I asked them, I was like, okay, well, who disrespected you? At first, they were like, oh, well, I'm not really sure. One of your guys. And then he finally comes up with some kind of name that I've never heard of. And he's like, or something. And I didn't really ask who. It's like, oh, okay. So you've decided to permanently war deck somebody because you don't know who. Okay, great. And so one of their alliances has gone ahead and paid them the money to keep the war deck going for 6 months. And then he lets me know that they're all fat drug addicts, which, okay, great. Interesting. So the really hilarious thing, though, is right as the war was about 12 hours before the war started, I Know Right decided they wanted to help out. Now, I have no idea who I Know Right is. I don't know if maybe one of them watches my YouTube videos, or maybe they just like going around and counter decking people who war deck. But as you can see, they have 25 wars active right now. So these guys, including Wingspan, fangirling a little bit, including Wingspan. So these guys apparently go around and just counter war deck all the time. Now, I looked at these guys up. These guys is some bad mamma jammas. There's Z Killboard. Let me go find them real quick. There we go. I Know Right. They have currently 120 active members, and they have a ridiculous kill to loss ratio. For instance, kills ships 18.5 thousand. That's 18,557 kills and 4,306 losses. That is an 81% efficiency. So not too shabby. You look at their kill board and it is green with the occasional little red blip here and there. And most of the red blips are like frigates. And most of their kills are, well, fucking everything. So it's kind of interesting. These guys, these guys are apparently not ones to fuck with. Now, so far, Suicide Wave and I Know Right have not bumped into each other in any way, form, or fashion. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that there's only 5 people in this corporation. So I don't really expect too much to happen. Every once in a while, I will see these guys around, but they do live in our area. So I see them in Amar quite frequently, and I've seen them in Larry quite frequently. So I may actually have to take Pyro out just to play with them a little bit, because I'm pretty sure. Now, the only problem with taking Pyro out is my PvP data, like what's a good fit and shit like that, is literally half a decade old. I mean, I haven't played since 2012. That was 5 years ago. God dang, man. 2012 was 5 years ago. That blows my mind. That's when you know you're getting old. It's like, man, it was just yesterday, half a decade ago. Fuck. It just blows my mind. This ship has literally been sitting in here for half a decade. Half a decade, man. God dang. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm too old for this shit, Riggs. Just cracks me up. So we should have one war ending soon. We have another war that, for all intents and purposes, isn't a war. If Malkavian doesn't get rid of the war here quickly, I'm probably gonna I don't know. I've got a couple ideas. I don't want to say them all on video because they do watch the video, but I have some plans. If it gets to the point where it's, hampering us, we're gonna reorganize a little bit, and then we're gonna go. I'll war deck in another situation, Malkavian, and I'll just camp his ass until it goes away, and we'll probably. I don't know. I think we'll probably do a nice little ransom on him. We'll see how it goes. But other than that, it's been pretty laid back. We haven't lost anything in the wars. We've lost a lot of things, but they've been in PvE. Some of us, I lost I think 2 frigates this week. Maybe it was just 1 frigate. I've lost a couple frigates this week. What was it? One of our other guys is exploring. He lost a frigate, but we haven't lost anything to the wars. Mainly just us getting blown up in PvE. So. It happens. It happens, especially when you're new. So kind of a boring week in the war front, but I think it's hilarious that 2 corps back to back have war decked us because apparently some of our guys are not nice people. So it blows my mind. People are crazy in this game. Just absolutely out of their mind, certifiable. I've never actually had somebody threaten to perma war deck me, and if you're going to perma war deck somebody, maybe make your kill board look a little scary before you do. I mean, one loss is the only thing on your kill board. You're not scary. You're just kind of ridiculous. It's like that little chihuahua that's barking at your leg and just going crazy. Just, and you're just like, dude, I could punch you into the outer solar system. But he doesn't care because he's barking and he's vicious. You know what I mean? It just blows my mind. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I've had some really bad luck this week in wormholes, but I've made a few adjustments. I'm going to get back in there today and hope to God to actually make some ISK because I want to get into an Omega client so that I can, number 1, speed my training up. Number 2, get into some of the stuff I want to get into. And then finally be able to run both of these characters at once. Holy shit. I hate not being able to run both of them at once. I really wish Eve would let you do it one time. Just give you one trial account. I mean, it's annoying. It's absolutely annoying. I mean, I can understand not letting us have 2 alpha accounts, but I mean, even then, I think you should, what if my brother wanted to play? If me and my brother wanted to learn together, we play on the same IP in the same household and we couldn't play at the same time. That's fucked up. I think 2 alpha accounts would be fine, but I mean, I can see a whole family wanting to play together, and at a certain point in time, I guess you have to put a limit on it because otherwise, you'd have undesirable people running 70-man fleets out of their, computer mainframe farms in the basement of their mother's basement. But I think a little bit more flexibility, especially with the new free-to-play option, would be in Eve's best interest, but they don't consult with me, so it is what it is. Either way, we're going to see if we can't get some of these war decks cleared up, see if we can't start some corporation operations here in the next few days and or weeks. I'm probably going to start up an alliance for us. I got to look into the cost of that because back in the day that was really expensive. My character is capable of doing an alliance. So we'll see what all is involved in that and see what we can get figured out. That being said, guys, I want to thank all of you guys for watching this series. Support has been amazing. This is one of the better series that I have going on my channel right now. So with the job being what it is, probably going to start focus mainly on Eve for the time being, with For Honor probably in the background, maybe a little bit of Rainbow Six here and there, and we'll just see where that takes us. So anyways, guys, don't forget to slap that like button if you liked this video or you like this series as a whole. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.